What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Sports. I am Trevor, your host. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Come on in, let's talk a little Warriors basketball today. So we got a win last night against the Utah Jazz, 103-114. In the fourth quarter, the Warriors seemed to kind of want to give that game away just for a little bit before they actually took the win. But in the end, the Warriors got the win. No Draymond, no Curry, no Jonathan Kuminga. No problem? No, I think there still is a little bit of a problem here, guys. And I do think that when you don't beat the brakes off of the Utah Jazz, who are clearly not in win-now mode at all, there still needs to be a move here, guys. Now, let's go over the stats just a little bit. I'll tell you what happened here last night. Andrew Wiggins had 33 minutes and 19 points. Moses Moody had 27 minutes and 15 points. Trayce Jackson-Davis, 6 minutes and 4 points. Still underwhelming for Trayce Jackson-Davis in the last few games. I'm kind of surprised he's not scoring a little bit more. Dennis Schroeder showed up last night, 34 minutes and 23 points. Buddy Hield is still in the doghouse. What the hell is going on with Buddy Hield, guys? I don't know. I'm getting more and more frustrated with this team the more I see it. The rookies are stepping up, and the veteran guys are not. Buddy Hield, 22 minutes and 2 points. That is pathetic. Brandon Podziemski, 32 minutes and 20 points. Respectable. He's starting to come around and play a little bit. That's good. Kevon Looney, 24 minutes and 6 points. Not lighting the world on fire by any means at all. Guy Santos and Quentin Post are two guys I want to see a lot more of. Santos is playing really, really hard. I love the aggressiveness. He's only got about 7 points a game so far. It's 7 to 10 points, but I still want to see more from him. And Quentin Post with 16 minutes got 10 points. And so that's what kind of rounds off most of everybody who had anything to do with the win last night. And I just have to say, a move has to be made here, guys. I don't know how else to say it. I believe it needs to be made. You can replace a lot of these guys in the offseason with somebody else. I don't want to wait and see anymore. I've seen enough this year. I want to see some stuff get shaken up. But I don't want to see Quentin Post go anywhere because he is brand new, and I do think maybe, just maybe, we might see the center of the future for the Warriors, but there are other players that I'm just tired of hearing about. Jonathan Kuminga is not in the lineup, and even if he was, he is underwhelming for me so far. He's been in the league 3 years, guys, and if he hasn't shown it now, he's not going to show it. Anybody out there who thinks that Kuminga is the future of the Warriors is just, I think, delusional in a way. I really do. He's a good 3 guy. He's the third best guy on the roster, maybe. Something like that. He's not a number 1 guy. He's not even a number 2 guy. Okay, let's just face facts with this guy. He's tradable. Anybody on this team not named Steph Curry, Draymond Green are pretty much tradable. Okay, so guys, let's make a move. They're stuck in the mud. They don't want to be in the middle here. It's either dead last or first. Keep your if you're not going anywhere this year and you're not going to make a move, it's best not to win the games and get the best draft pick you can. This is a strong NBA draft coming up, supposed to be anyway, and I think they can get some value out of it if they're in the top 10 pick, right? So all I'm saying, guys, is this team is, even though they got a win, is still underwhelming quite a bit in my opinion. They should still be beating a team like the Utah Jazz by more than they. Now, they dominated the game. They should be beating them by more than what they won by. They won 114-103, but it was a 2-point game in the fourth quarter for a little while. It should never have gotten to that point. The defense is not on point. The offense is shaky. It's just not working out great for the Warriors right now. What are we afraid of? Make the move, Warriors. Go get Jimmy Butler. Go get Vukovic. Go get whoever you're going to get. Or Vukovic. I'm sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. Go get somebody. I've heard Miles Turner's name thrown out there a little bit. I mean, there are players out there to be had, guys, and I think that shaking the roster up is not a bad idea right now. All the players I named can be replaced, guys, by other players in the NBA if you just look at the stats alone in the offseason. I think the Warriors could replace some guys. Brandon Podziemski is the number 3 point guard at this point. He is behind Steph Curry and Dennis Schroeder, and they both were. Schroeder got hurt for a little bit, so everybody's like, "Oh, maybe we should keep Podziemski. Maybe we should, but he shouldn't be off the table." We should be looking at deals all over the place, guys. There should be deals to be had here. So all I'm saying is let's see where this goes. Let's see if the Warriors make a trade by the trade deadline on the 6th, but I think it needs to happen. The win is good. Let's see if they get a number one. They got the Oklahoma City Thunder, not an easy team by any means. They're in first place in the conference. So I don't see this team coming in and playing a bad game against the Warriors. We need Curry to have a better day tonight. We need players to step up. If they get the win, great. We're like a game behind the play-in game and a couple of games out of a playoff spot right now. They cannot continue to drop games. They've got to start picking up some momentum here somehow, somewhere, or make a decision. The season isn't going the way we want. Make some moves, clear some cap, get a better draft pick. Maybe don't go out there and try and win every game. I don't know. I hate to say the word tank, but listen, guys, we've seen enough now. I've been through different emotions this year as to how I think the Warriors are going to end up. They were the dark horse. They played very, very well in the beginning. Then I thought, okay, they hit a rough patch and they're going to come out of it, and it's a long season. It's still a long season, but I've seen enough that this rough patch is going on for entirely too long. So this team is what it is. It's mediocre. It needs to be, somebody needs to take a chance, make a trade, but if you stay where you're at, you don't get the top draft pick that you need, the top 10, top 12, which would be nice because you're stuck in the middle and you didn't make a move for somebody else at the top. I understand with Jimmy Butler picking somebody up who's a little bit older. He is, but he's got playoff experience and he's battle tested. We know he's going to show up in the playoffs. So I would go and get him. I'm not necessarily all for going and get older guys. Anybody out there who thinks I just want to go get older veterans to see if they can throw something together, I don't think that. But I do think somebody like Jimmy Butler is kind of an edge case. I think that guy could come in and make a difference even at his age. Otherwise, I would love to get younger and more talented when it comes to the Warriors. And I think they need to be looking out for that. So let's see if they actually do make some moves. If not Jimmy Butler, then I would definitely love to see somebody like Miles Turner. I mean, Vukovic is still somebody I think would definitely be a huge help depending on how much they want in return. He's a little bit older. He's not a Jimmy Butler, and he's not worth the first-round pick they're asking for. So if they're going to try and get a first-round pick, I think I'm out. If I'm the Warriors, I wouldn't give them that. But as the trade deadline comes up and he hasn't moved, he's not going anywhere, that value drops, and the Warriors might be able to sneak in there and get the guy a little bit cheaper. Same thing with Butler. He's been suspended indefinitely for his attitude. He just wants to get out of there, and he's trying to force his way out. But that lowers the value for Jimmy Butler. So go get one of those guys, or take a look at a Miles Turner. Or there are options out there, guys. I do believe a move needs to be made, though, for this Warrior team to continue to move in an upward direction. Otherwise, you're stuck in the middle. So either make a move up, clear cap space, get a better draft pick, and move on to next year. In the offseason, you can pick up some guys and try and build around Steph Curry again. But one thing is for sure in my mind, this team, the way it's constructed now, cannot win a championship. So what are we waiting for? You can't win with these guys. You just can't. They're very average. They're not horrible players. I don't want to come down on all these guys, but they're not championship pedigree. They're not going to come in here and help Curry win. Look at the scoring. It's just been really, really bad all around on that. So every once in a while, some of these guys have a good game, and then all of a sudden people are talking like, oh, this could be it. They've turned the corner. Jonathan Kuminga had 3 good games this year, and everybody was up in arms saying, this is it. The guy has turned the corner. No, it was just a streak, guys. It was just a streak. He is a very good complimentary player, but he is not going to put the team on his back and take them to a championship or win a game or two, maybe a game here and there, okay? I'm not going to bag on him that much, but at the same time, he's not the answer, guys. He's not the answer. All trade options should be open and available, and go and pick up anybody else in the offseason can replace those guys that you've used in the trade. Okay, you get Jimmy Butler, you give up 4 guys, go get 3 in the offseason who don't cost as much, who will do exactly the same thing, which is, or better, because these guys aren't shooting. They don't know how to play, okay? They don't know how to play together. They can't hit the broadside of the barn half the time, and when they do, you're just hoping that it continues, but it's not. It's not going to, guys. I don't know what's up with Buddy Hield, but I'm done seeing the Buddy Hield experiment. I think it's time Buddy Hield moves on, either now or at the end of the season. But one way or the other, Buddy Hield will not be back in a Warrior uniform next year, I don't think. I don't know why you would bring him back. He has absolutely been horrible after the first 10 games of the season. I don't know what's going on with him, if it's mental, what it is, but something definitely isn't right, and it's not working out here. You can't waste the last years of Steph Curry's talent waiting around for a guy like Buddy Hield to turn it around. I don't know what the hell is going on with Hield. The last 3 years, he's been great from three-point land. Yes, he's getting more playing time here, but it shouldn't have dropped off like that. He's dropped off a cliff. So there are players I'm disappointed in that are not playing up to their ability. And unfortunately for the Warriors, they cannot wait around for these guys to come around. It's either play like you can, play like you've shown, or it's time to move on to somebody who can come in here and do that for us. The Warriors need to win soon. Now, I'm not saying it's a panic button like, if we don't win this year, it's all over. That's not true. But making some moves to the future is something that should be happening. And I don't care. Mike Dunleavy needs to make it happen or get out too as GM. They're always saying he's the puppet of Joe Lacob. Maybe he is, but he still needs to make a move somehow. There needs to be something that needs to get us going in the right direction. A draft pick would do that. So you got to make a decision one way or the other, though. One way or the other. Make the move like I think you should do. Go into next season, retool, and really go for it with Curry next year. Start from scratch, because this year you're not winning a championship. Warrior fans out there, please. I'm one of the biggest Warrior fans you're going to find. Okay, I'm 44. I've been watching them routinely since I was 10. And I'm going to tell you, there have been a lot of bad years and some good ones, but I've stuck through thick and thin, just like all the other Warrior fans out there have. I know you guys have. So you have to understand that being stuck in the middle, which is where the Warriors have been a lot in my lifetime, is not a good place to be. You get the number 1 draft pick, you get the top 10 draft pick, or you go for it and get a trade and build. We have an owner that will spend money. So whatever's going on, they've got to decide what they're going to do. But stuck in the middle is not going to work, okay? I have used this analogy many times. I'm going to use it again because I'm just a Karate Kid fan, right? Karate Kid, okay? What did Miyagi say to Daniel? He said, either you karate do or you karate don't. But if you just do halfway, you get squashed like a bug. Like in the middle of the road. If you're in the middle of the road, you get squashed like a bug. And guess what? That's what happens in the NBA if you're in the middle. You just get run over year after year after year. So you have to decide which way you're going to go and go in that way. And the Warriors have enough on their roster to kind of do both. They can get better in the draft, and they can make a trade right now for Butler, for Vukovic, whoever you want to go get. You can do that right now, and I think they have the roster to do that now more so than last year and more so than in the future. Now's a good time. I think it's a good time to make a move. So, if you think like I do, then let's hope for something good for the Warriors, guys. I really appreciate your time. Remember to please hit the like and subscribe. Again, we're going to try and have more guests on the show very, very soon. So, let's see how that goes. I will update you. Just keep watching. Warrior Wednesdays, 11:30. We'll keep updating you. Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday, so tomorrow is A's Talk. We will try and talk about the A's a little bit more and see if anything's changed, anything's updated. Stadium news. I know they've upgraded the stadium a little bit in Sacramento. I'm not going to spend my money on Oakland A's games or merch or anything like that until that owner either shows he's turned it around. People can change. I don't know about this guy. He's kind of a scumbag. I don't think he's going to change. But if he changes and starts caring about the fans, I will happily start spending my money on Oakland A's merchandise, tickets. I want to go watch them. I love my Oakland A's. Everybody out there who's an A's fan, just realize, for me and for everybody else, you can love your baseball team and hate the ownership, and the only way to hit the ownership where it hurts the most is in their pocket. So don't spend money even though you love your team. I know you want that hat. I know you want that jersey. I know you want the hoodies. I know you want to go watch them play. It's hard. But if you are a fan who wants to see the team make a difference and be serious and care about you as a fan, the ones who put the money into the team to see them get better, to realize they get better. They don't care. They don't thank us. Hey. So anyway, we'll talk more about the A's tomorrow for a little bit. In the meantime, just remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work, guys, and the Warriors got to get to work. Otherwise, talent, it won't matter. See you in the next one.